He'll be able to provide for his family, have as many kids as he and his wife want to have. He is a guy with a future. Just looking at the kids, you know he has a future. But, of course, girls his age, they're too young. And what turns them on, turns them on. You know, in our current deregulated sexual marketplace that we're living in, girls will not look at. We are living in a deregulated sexual marketplace. Girls will look at like a woodworker cat like Jeremy Schmidt as a fucking loser, and they'll see Lil Pump is the best guy in the world. Currently today, anybody can have conditions are met. One, you got to actually fancy the person. Number two, that both you and the person you are interested are on the same side of the age of consent. You're either both above the age of consent or you're both below it.
In 800 feet, use the middle lane to turn left.
Right now, you cannot cross the line of the age of consent in our society. And the third condition is, of course, that the other person wants to have sex with you, i.e. that they consent to having sex with you. There are no other rules or conditions to sleep with anybody today. This was not always the case. In the past, there was a lot of regulation in the sexual marketplace. What does that mean? When you think of regulation, you think of government regulation. Rules and shit like that. But I don't mean that shit at all. I mean a society.
Turn right onto California 1 South Lincoln Boulevard.
Shut the fuck up. Hold the fuck in. Women would get a big A or B for adultery as it was. Scarlet letter. That's some shit. We live in a very open sexual marketplace these days. In the past, men and women were totally regulated as far as who they could sleep with and who they could not sleep with. And if you were not married and you were a man and you did sleep with people, it was a sin. That was grounds for social ostracism. Alright? There was a lot of regulation. People's sexual desires. And the society around you. You couldn't sleep with whomever you wanted like you can today. Even in the 90s, early 2000s, like for instance, a black girl, it was not as open. This sexual freefall sounds like, and a white guy and a black girl was like practically verboten. But for the majority, it was a disaster. You have to look at hypergamy. That's the natural desire of women. The males at the time for the hot, you know. Let's face. So anyway, my point is, men will sleep with anything that women will be choosier, and they will want to sleep only with the best. And this, of course, goes to the issue of evolution and stuff, and the fact that women have eggs and men have sperm, which are plentiful, cheap, and easy. Okay. It's as simple as that. It's not complicated. Women want to mate with the best men, so they go after the best men in this sexual free-for-all, in this regulated sexual marketplace. The top men, the top, say, 20%, they sleep with all the women. And the bottom 50% of men, they are involuntary celibates because no woman wants to sleep with them. If you look at like the Jeremy Schmidt kid, He is not a handsome kid.
West
He's got
Jefferson Boulevard for a
glasses.
half mile.
He looks dweeby. He's tall. He's a fantastic human being. He would be a great father, but in the current sexual marketplace, it's going to be tough for him to find a girlfriend. Girls are not going to find him hot. They're going to look at things that are trendy, and that's the problem we're having with this deregulated sexual marketplace. Valuable men are being discarded by women. They're not paying attention to what is really long term. They're paying attention to short term. Is he hot? Is he cool? Is he popular? Who gives a shit? That's not important long term. To a guy like Coach Red Pill. What's happening in this deregulated sexual marketplace? The people around men and women have rescinded their responsibility of regulating people's sexual preferences. If I saw some guy, 50 years old with a 20-something daughter, and he was actually running around with a shirt that said "Her body, her choice." No. A young woman is a moron. I know this. I know that women are stupid. They wind up going off with the guy who's got the tattoo and the leather jacket and the motorcycle. Because I was that guy for a brief moment. They go off with the guy. They get fucked by him, and he dumps her because he's got all these other opportunities, brokenhearted. So she goes to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And this is called literally the cock carousel.
1,000 feet.
It's an ugly phrase, but it's an ugly phrase that describes a very ugly reality. You have all these women who get essentially dumped, fucked by some guy who they consider attractive, then dumped because the guy has all these other sexual opportunities because all the women are having sex with the same 15% of dudes. And for women, let's face facts, and this is a reality, multiple sexual partners leads to serious issues of self-respect, serious issues of depression, serious issues of eating disorders, and let's not even talk about their ability to pair bond in the future. The fact of the matter is, studies incontrovertibly show that women who have had multiple sexual partners tend to have more failures in their marriages, and it is a direct correlation. See, women, young women today, are going after the most attractive men, all of them. And what happens with women, see, the bottom 20% of women, they probably don't find a guy that they're interested in. And the top 80%, the very, very percentile, all the 80th percentile, they gravitate towards the top 20% of men. And that 20% of men, they basically have 4 women for every 1 man. That's the reality. You've seen it. You've seen it. Sometimes I wonder, where do I fit into that? Am I in that 20 or that 80? And you see the cool guy surrounded by women. The fact that I have to wonder tell me that I'm not? I don't know. I've slept with a lot of women though. Like, I've seen it. I've been part of those groups. Those women, they're all throwing themselves at the top men, the most attractive, but they're all superficially attractive, because that's the problem with the deregulation of the sexual marketplace. You have women who are not paying attention to their parents. Okay, do 100 push-ups, do your butt lifts, Tybo style, do your leg lifts. Be right back. Shout out to LA Mag, you're making me better, Sarah Davidson. Coach Davidson! Maybe not. Maybe just cut out that jewel shit for a while. Shit. I don't know, bro. I don't know what I am. I want to say like a lot of. All right, that's all that. Mwah. And I'm about being on my money, getting my life right, you know, and pulling high quality women, maybe a high quality woman, and building something like that, and enjoying some kind of growing fucking. Better socially with people. Sex life. Definitely would have been more consistent. I don't know if it would have been better. Good job on those push-ups. I think LA Mag like linked to like my older YouTube channel, which I can't even live stream on now. So I don't even use it that much because I've had so many videos fucked trying to use their record feature rather than their live stream feature. Yeah. correlation. Women, young women today, aren't going after attractive men, all of them. And what happens is at the bottom 20% of women don't find a guy that they're interested in. The top 80% of women, from the 1 percentile all the way to the 80th, they gravitate towards the top 20% of men. That top 20% basically have five girls for every guy. I've seen it. I've been part of those groups. Sometimes because I've been so hot. Sometimes because I happen to hook up with the right guys when I wasn't so hot. If I can't get girls on my own, I'm not stupid. That's what I do when I was in my 30s. Those women, they're throwing themselves at the top men, the most attractive men. But they're all superficially attracted. That's the problem with the deregulation of the sexual marketplace. Young women aren't paying any attention to their parents. The parents are abdicating any responsibility to their daughters. So the daughters are going after whom they consider to be the best catch. It's like having a 10-year-old decide what home the family's going to buy. They don't go after that woodworker kid, Jeremy Schmidt. He's a good kid. They don't have to think about who will provide them with long-term happiness. They might not be cool. They might be a little bit boring, perhaps. But they can provide and do things for a woman that the cool guy won't. But that's the problem with the deregulated sexual marketplace. As far as these three conditions are concerned, something very different is happening. You want to desire the person that the object of your desire. Secondly, both of you have to be on the right side of the age of consent, the same side of the age of consent. The third condition is the other person has to consent to having sex. If these three conditions are met, any sexual combination is possible. Man with woman, man with man, multiples, however many you want. It's a free-for-all. And we all know this. Now, interestingly enough, these last three rules are being undermined. Okay. Now, for instance, the first rule, Dennis Riley, I get his name mixed up because it is his. He is genetically male. He's got genitalia. He can say otherwise all he wants, but he is a guy. He's a guy that's with the hand of his girlfriend who's a lesbian and sleeping with a guy. Riley Dennis is like that. He wants to screw with people's heads. Coach Red Pill says, don't drag me into this fucking trans shit. I'm not trying to piss off the trans people. If you're transphobic or racist or sexist or whatever, go check out Coach Red Pill. See if you agree with the shit he's saying. Sexual desires, sexual preferences are a matter of political scrutiny. You have to desire to fuck everybody, which is insane. Like your tastes don't count. It's as if you were to say, I really don't care for hamburger. I much prefer fish. And they're like, no, you have to eat hamburger or else you're un-American. What the fuck? That's insane. But that's essentially what Riley Dennis is saying. There is a concerted effort to overturn that first rule. Concerted effort into the issue of the age of consent. If you noticed, there's been a not so subtle push to normalize pedophilia. It's despicable and it's wrong on all fronts. To have adults having sex with children or normalizing it in any sense. And yet, this is what is happening.
here's the weird thing. Feminism has traditionally been against the sexualization of children.
And I agree. Children should not be regarded as sexual beings or objects of sexual desire. Disgusting and despicable and ooh, right? But just look at pop culture. And yet if the child is gender bending or transsexual, then it's okay. There's a recent photo of the actor Liev Schreiber escorting his son to school.
Some costume party or some shit. The kid was dressed up as Harlequin, one of the characters in some comic book movie. At this point, he's a boy, but he's dressed up as this female character in a highly sexualized outfit that was creepy as fuck. What the heck is going on? What's going on is very simple. What the hell is going on? Certain members of the intelligentsia, Coach Red Pill, don't drag me into this, LA Mag. Don't fucking kill me over this. And Salon.com. See how fucking castrated you made me, Sarah Davidson? Never acted on his desire. But some actress told Salon he felt sexual desire towards children. It was accepted. A-okay. Do you want to go on a date? Question mark.
Do you want to go on a date? Question mark.
Over-regulation, government regulation. Crazy, but that's what's going on. And, well,
Furthering my point.
we are... This motherfucker talked too slow. Because to my further point, we are rescinding our responsibility as a society to regulate the different assets of our society. Distant entity, i.e. government, to regulate the aspects of our society that we don't want to anymore. We should not be allowing the government to regulate it. I feel like Coach Red Pill is saying, don't let fucking big black young thugs fuck his daughter. I said it. The deregulated sexual marketplace. But a final thought. Why is it so many people are unhappy in their long-term relationships today? So many choices and so much freedom. And the people in the past were so much happier with less choices and less freedom. How come people were so much happier before and so much more miserable now? It's just a thought, but it's a thought worth considering. Never date a girl older than 27. Strike that, 25. ZC25. Hugh Hefner died. He was a pimp. Let's not kid ourselves. That's what he was. At the Playboy Mansion, what did he do? He brought together pretty young things. You know, like a good pimp. Like a good madam at a bordello and shit. That's what the Playboy Mansion was. It was a whorehouse. I personally don't care one way or the other. Wish I was able to go more than I did. But he had great taste in music and literature, especially in journalism. And like a good pimp, there's a lot of lessons to be learned from him. I'll do a post at some future point about pimps because I feel that they are fascinating and there's a lot to be learned there. Now, that being said, there is something that happened to Hugh Hefner when he was in his 50s or 60s. He was dating some young thing. He started dating some young thing. She was like 22 or something like that. And she said to him when they just started dating, "I've never dated someone over the age of 24. And he replied, "Neither have I." Which I find creepy on the one hand, and yet it's very interesting about what it reveals. Because like a good pimp, he understood women. That's the good thing about pimps. They understand women. That's why you should pay attention to them and study them. And like any pimp, he understood that a woman over the age of 25 or 27 on the outside, after that, they are fucked up, and you don't want to deal with them ever. Let me explain why. It's very simple. Women are ruled by their emotions. No matter how smart the woman may be or educated or what kind of degree she may have, a woman is ruled by her emotions, and she uses her intellect to rationalize what are essentially her emotional decisions. She's ruled by her emotions on a second-to-second basis. That's why no woman can see plans through for anything. That's why they flake so much. The hormones get in the way. They make her change her mind. That's why women tend to be indecisive. That's the way it is, brother. That said, you got to keep in mind that women, that are their prime time is to have children. Now, as they meet at the age of 30, as that biological clock starts ticking ever louder, tick-tock, tick-tock, when they hit 30, they're out of their minds if they haven't had a kid yet. I mean, they really are. In the lead up to the age of 30, what starts to happen is if a woman doesn't have a man locked down by the age of 27, she starts to change herself to pretend to be somebody that she is not in order to land a man. I've seen it countless times. A woman at 27, she acts a certain way and it attracts men. And then they start dating her and they start to realize that this woman is not what she pretended to be. She changed herself and she was pretending to be something completely different. It's like Jekyll and Hyde show. Now, women younger than 27, now that I think about it, change that. It's not 27, it's 25 actually. Now that I think about it a little bit more carefully, after the age of 25, women start to panic about the fact that they don't have a man and they don't have a kid. The kid is the thing that sets the hormones off, the lack of it, of course. And first, to have a kid, they need a man. They need a man to provide the resources to have a kid. And a lot of these women these days, they just need a man to provide some sperm. You know, genetic material for the kids. That's not necessarily the case. I get a lot of videos like that. See, my point is, a woman past the age of 25 starts to really freak out about the whole baby thing. You can't trust a woman over the age of 25 to be presenting to you her actual personality, who she actually is. She's going to be presenting a role to you, the perfect girlfriend, loving and kind and decent. And she's going to go out of her way after the age of 25. If you're dating a woman of that age, 25, 27, 29, 30, they are going to pretend to be somebody they are not. A girl under the age of 25, she is not going to have that hang up. She is not going to be thinking about her biological clock because the biological alarm clock is not reading that yet. It's got a few years. So 24, 23, 22, they are who they are. You're never going to have to question if the woman is pretending to be somebody who will hook you. The woman that she is at 22, 23, 24, that's who she actually is. Okay? That's why you want to be dating a girl under the age of 25. Never beyond. You have no idea how many marriages I know. Guys started dating some woman, she was 28, 30, married her, and then as soon as he married her and potentially knocked her up, she became a completely different woman. Completely different woman. Night and day, Jekyll and Hyde, black, white. Black as a night. I mean, just fucking awful. Do you want to be the recipient of that little transformation? Do you want to be under the receiving end of someone say, bitch, that you dated her when it was 27, 28, and she was this lovely girl. She was friends with all your friends. She was super nice to all your parents and all the rest of it. And then you marry her, you knock her up, and she goes out of her fucking mind because she was an awful person to begin with. And that's why she hasn't been able to lock down a guy by the time she was 27, 28, 29, and you rolled around. Do you see the danger of messing with a girl over the age of 25? I started this video saying over the age of 27, but now I think about it, make it after the age of 25. It's safer. After the age of 25, don't mess with a girl over that age. 25, 24, 23, that's fine. She's going to be who she actually is. But over that, you never know. You never know. Yeah. Ah, shit, I'm going to have to change the thumbnail. If I even made a thumbnail, which I probably didn't. Because I don't need all that fucking woo-woo fucking production value shit. Because I'm GI, bitch. I'll come in your production studio and fuck your wife and tell you to fucking clean it up in post. G-Raw, rock my own kick game, 8-figure deal, figure cross out at the clip game, still pop, ace, king shit, I'm with Rose, black made back, leather gloves on that OJ. Okay, the day you pay me, bitch, no date, Benjamin can dance, this $1,000 full play, AK, get a full clip, not a sound wave, kiss her in the mouth, asking my dictates. Bitch, nigga, you don't want no drama. I'm worth a couple commas in step before designer and his last keep you sign up on my shit, be designer. Extraordinary rhymer, I body your shit for nothing. What's up? Hot temper, get wet up. She give me head, not neck up. Clean the mess up. One false move and it's death from a gesture, but it's cash in the safe. Now I don't feel the pressure, I'm dope. All my shit dope. Charming in kind of like an understated way, and very witty and very quiet, you know. In terms of her looks, you know, I would say she was like a 7.5 on a 10 scale. She wasn't that gorgeous when you looked at her picture, but when you met her in person, she was magnetic. She exuded this aura of sensuality that was very, very provocative. And she and I matched up very well as far as our tastes were concerned and what we like, the same movies, same music. We like doing the same thing on the weekend and all that shit. It got to the point where we could finish each other's sentences because we saw the world in such a similar way. We were perfect for each other and we broke up. We were totally compatible, and yet we broke up. There was one tiny little problem. We wanted different things out of life. She wanted a corporate career. And she saw her life very clearly as getting a PhD and working at a university and climbing the academic ladder until she got to full tender. And that's what she wanted to do. Me, I wanted to go to Hollywood and try my luck there and see what was out there. I didn't have any fixed ideas to where I was going. I just wanted to go out there and live life almost at random. And she couldn't understand that. She obliged me to go to the investment bank recruiting seminar, whatever it was. I forget what it was called, but it was basically a chance for college seniors to meet with recruiters from this big time investment bank. I got called to a second meeting, and after that second meeting, they wanted an interview, and I blew it off, and she freaked off. She just had a fit that I blew off that meeting. She couldn't understand it. Why are you doing that? You can be a millionaire by the time you're 30. You just have to go there, meet with these people, get the job, and you're set. Why did you blow it off? I just don't want to work at a bank. I don't want to do it. Of course. She didn't want children. She wanted a corporate life. I did not want a corporate life. I got it. What the heck? Get busy. Where the heck? Yeah, we going up Jefferson. Hey, they opened a Chick-fil-A on Jefferson and Mesmer. You are fucking wow. Damn. That was kind of nuts, yeah. Be very careful, be very sober. California driving, you gotta be fucking all alert as fuck.
All right, I'll be right back. Do some push-ups, do some butt lifts, leg lifts. Oh, it's very simple how to have a good first date, but guys generally fuck them up. A woman goes on a date with you, she's basically saying she could see herself being in a relationship with you. Not just fucking you. She would just go have one night stand at a bar with somebody if that was a... It happens. I've blown a lot of first dates. I just blew one with Emma. I mean, I thought it... No, I think I blew the second date. I thought the first date went pretty good, but somewhere in between the first date and the second date, shit got blown up. Maybe I just should have just chilled when she flaked on the second. But there's a lot of other shit going on. Guys who are unable to ever convert that first date are those incels. It's unfair, but it happens. Converting a first date, turning a first date into something more
Is a bit of an art form.
and there's nobody really teaching it to you. And frankly, the people who should
Should be teaching that to you, your old man or your older brothers or whatever.
for some reason, our society has decided that guys are not going to teach younger guys how to do that shit.
Probably because the older guys don't want to sit there and watch the younger guys fucking piping out some young hot girls. Because they're bitter. They're haters.
It's simple, and once you're...
Fathers compete with sons anymore.
It's kind of crazy. My failures that happened to me in first dates that happened 30 years ago, I just fucking shake my head. How the fuck did that shit possibly happen?
I had this pussy, this wonderful, incredibly hot pussy on this fantastic woman in the palm of my fucking hands, and I blew it. Hey, it happens. It happens to all of us. So, how do you convert a first date into something more? Very simple. You need to do two things. Number one, you have to show the girl that you are confident and in control of your environment. Number one. And number two, you have to create complicity. The term complicity is a very interesting term and a useful term. I got it from the French, specifically French women. French women talk about complicity all the time. They're looking for complicity for men. What does it mean? It means shared emotional headspace. That's what it means.
Feel that you two are partners in crime. It's you two and only you two. Now this is key. French women want this. You're partners in crime. You two and only you two.
Not allowed to be fictionalized. Then I was just like, you know what? I can't fucking do this. I just don't understand why, like, I hear the criticisms, okay? I hear them. Let's see how they're going to tell me to do this. Chief Rocka, tell Papa, tell him pull them things out because my car go topless. Off topic, get on topic. Sincere in the absence, wish you some absence. Sincere in the belly, that's the nah shit. King announcing, that gangster shit we mind, but we taking your dollar. Creflo, no white collar. A pop, we should would call Thomas. Bitch on the bomb, call me the Unabomber. Money in my game, driving shit, that's insane. You niggas ain't playing, stay in your lane. Part of this good regime of making girl David Blaine. Murder was the case and all the kids to the nigga T-Raw dope. All my shit dope. Mama, there go that massa. Abracadabra, Magic Johnson. My motherfucking doctor said I need a doctor, so I call house. Now I am a pill popper, fitted like Simmy. Young money, we're with it. I told the bitch a chain that she won't get a penny. Milking that shit, pregnant bitch titty. I'm bringing home the bacon and I'm fucking Miss Piggy. Flyer than a hornet, the shoe fits, I want it. She tried to jack me off, she can't beat it. Join it, tunch it, coonch it, that's what she call it. Flagged it, scarlet, killed it, mourn it, faded. All right. What's the deal with that guy? He's kind of racist. No, I'm not. It's not racist. No, it's not. Ouch, dude. Not even allowed to be fictionalized. You're not allowed. Not allowed fictionalized. In 400 feet, turn right onto the I-405 South ramp to Long Beach. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right.
Disarm you with a smile and cut you like you want me to, and cut that little child inside of me and such a part of you. Oh, the years burn. And be a little fool, so in my shoes. I feel real good. That was emotional to absorb that article and my perceived sense that it's so public and permanent and widespread, but really, I think hardly anybody reads that thing, and I just take it as a positive. You leverage that article, leverage their criticism, rather than fight it. Just use it to make myself better. Make it constructive feedback. Make me that much stronger. Thanks for making me a fighter. Make me a little bit quicker. Make me a little bit longer. And make me that much stronger. Thanks for making me a fighter. You thought I would forget. I remember. Wanna get dirty? Sluts. They're all sluts. Just accept it.
In 1,000 feet, take exit 49 for H. Hughes Parkway towards Sepulveda Boulevard.
No, big dog. She's the dog.
Nah, big dog. She's the dog. No, big dog. No, big dog. She's the dog.
In a quarter mile, right 2 lanes to turn right onto Howard Hughes Parkway.
You are gorgeous.
Use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto Howard Hughes Parkway.
These girls are.
In a quarter mile, use the left 3 lanes to turn left onto South Sepulveda Boulevard.
I'm not trying to bullshit a single mother. I tell them straight up front what my financial situation is, like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire. Gang to
Use the right 3
Punani,
lanes to
Tom.
Sepulveda Boulevard.
The Quan. What's your number? And do you want to go on a date? man. Sometimes I'm up in the coal. I miss my mid fucked up non-relationship relationship. That thing was weird as fuck, man. Probably had sex 30 times, and we probably connected mentally like twice, ever. About it, and it was about Lana Del Rey, and that was it. Make myself a little bit harder. Definitely getting harder. Still talking how to have a successful first date? Are we still on that? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, I do feel good. Yes, I do feel good. What? I do feel good. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I do feel good. Yes, I do. Yes, I do feel good. This is fucking bullshit when that happens. That's fucking bullshit when that happens. That's complicity. Like Felicity. French women want Felicity's complicity.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto
Bye,
West
Philippe.
Manchester Avenue. Turn right onto West Manchester Avenue.
Talk about how to have a successful first date.
Continue on West Manchester Avenue for 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's not true.
That's not true.
Well,
No. We'll get to that in a minute. But complicity, French women. What does this mean? Well, you see, I was describing that as being from hell. And that thing from hell, date from hell. The guy, what's he doing? He's having no complicity. He's just selling himself. How's he doing the date? He's sitting across the table from the girl, and he's talking to her. He's focusing the date as if it were a sales pitch. And he's selling something. He's selling himself. And he's selling the girl. Why me? I'm a great product. You should buy me. I'm excellent. I'm the best value. This, that, and other. I can do all sorts of interesting things. You should buy me. You should take me home and fuck me senseless because I'm a good product. Please buy me, please, 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 please. And of course, the girl doesn't buy the guy. The girl doesn't want to buy a product. What did I say in the previous video and series? That women are not that interested in interesting things. Women are interested in emotions because fundamentally they feel alone. They believe irrationally that the emotions that they feel are unique to them. And these unique emotions that they are perceiving make them feel alone. They want somebody else who feels the same emotions that they are feeling. That's what they want. So you give it to them on a first date. Now, how do you do this? It's very simple. A lot of guys take dates to a coffee shop or restaurant. Now, this is a mistake. Unless the restaurant is very upscale, the restaurant is going to be generic. Therefore, it's not going to be memorable. I did take Lucy to Marrakech Lucy McCulloch to Marrakech in San Francisco, and that didn't go anywhere. It's stuck in her head. Make sure it's an interesting place that's stuck in her head. For example, in the comments section, there was this woman who commented that there was this one date she went on where a guy took her to a petting zoo where there were baby lambs and stuff like that. And she said in her comment that she could never get that guy out of her head. That guy, Mr. Petting Zoo, smart man.
Sweets, come here. He took that girl,
That woman,
to some interesting and unique place. Now, how many times do you take a girl to a petting zoo? Very few times, right? He took her to a petting zoo and playing with the little baby lambs who are just adorable. They look like babies. That sparked her maternal feelings. And she got an emotional rush from just going to a silly petting zoo. See what I'm saying? She went to a stupid petting zoo, a little baby, and she associated that really good feeling of going to the petting zoo with my little baby sweets. Obvious. That's why you take a girl to an expensive restaurant. Because you want to take her to a unique place, a memorable place. That will leave an emotional imprint on her. It's a little beer. Take her to the expensive place or someplace better like the petting zoo. You take her to the museum. Some people say girls are bored by museums. Some guy in the comment section saying only women over 35 are interested in museums. That's not true. Young girls love to go to museums if you preface it in the right way. You go and say, oh, there's this painting, and I love this painting. It moves me emotionally so much. And you take her to the museum, and you show her the painting that moves you, and you tell her, this painting moves me emotionally. 9 times out of 10, that girl's gonna be like, yeah. It really moves me too. She's gonna say that she wants to say that. She wants to find an emotional connection with the guy. And the way that a woman finds an emotional connection with the guy is by focusing on some outside thing, some outside